Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be all about 6.2.3 and basically how to deal with that Icarus node and the boss at the end of the quest, and kind of like overall look through the quest. So first and foremost, Ghost is absolutely a fantastic answer to Icarus, just because you can get so many Furies, so many passive Furies, do insane amount of damage, and you can phase out pretty much all of it. So what you want to do is you want to do like a few full hit combos pretty much, and then transfer to doing only like one hit at a time in order to be able to spend as much time as possible phasing. While you're phasing, all of those degeneration debuffs get converted into passive Furies that give you huge attack boost, and the fights don't last long at all. So as we can see here, so we're basically at 4 Furies, now we're going to be at 9, and now we're starting to get degen damage. And as each and every one of those Furies are expiring, we get huge attack boost. You can see some crazy stuff like 70k medium hits and stuff like that on Ghost. So Ghost is an excellent option for 6.23. Then next, you guys probably have seen this already, but it's definitely worth a mention. Killmonger with Void Synergy can absolutely use and abuse this node, just because a Void Synergy basically grants Killmonger a chance to shrug off those debuffs. Also, whenever a debuff is placed on Killmonger, he gains a decent amount of power. And with Void Synergy also you can heal once you shrug off, so basically it's slightly RNG based, but you're going to be doing insane damage insanely quickly, basically spamming level 2s back to back, and you can pretty much cheese through a lot of 6.23 using these two champions. And besides, Void is decently well adapted at fighting for this node as well, just because of his damage over time debuff. But yeah, as you're going to see, Killmonger is just insanely good kind of trolley option for this path, for this node I mean. So our main goal is more or less just to shoot off our level 2s back to back. As you can see here, we have a bunch of Furies, so our damage is increased by a lot. Void Synergy continuously possibly shrugs off those debuffs that heals us. If it doesn't shrug off, then it gets replaced by a new one anyways, and we have another chance to shrug it off. So that's a really cool interaction over there. And now maybe a few more less kind of... Oh no, wait, we're going to have another Killmonger fight just to kind of showcase it. Also, a good thing about Killmonger is because spamming level 2s, you get all of your indestructible charges on you, so you can make mistakes, you can make slip-ups. If you wish, you can push opponents level 3 and just eat those level 3 up. Because yeah, Killmonger is not going to take any damage from that, and chances are you are able to heal in the fight regardless afterwards anyway. So here we shot level 2 in auto block, however we had our indestructible charges on. So even though we got punished, we didn't lose any health at all. So you can be really kind of free and aggressive playing Killmonger in 6.2.3. So next we're going to be taking a look at another interesting champion for this node, and it is original old Hulk, just because how Hulk interacts with all the Furies. As we know, Hulk's stun duration is basically increased by every single Fury he has on him. So our mission whenever we're using Hulk is just to get to level 1, shoot off the level 1, and it has like 85% chance to place a stun on an opponent, and once we do, opponent's pretty much dead because he's going to be stunned for the rest of the fight. We get more Furies, we hit harder and harder, and that's pretty much end of it. Now you do need to be careful when you're eating degen damage. That's why you can also use Hulk and Thor Ragnarok synergy, just because then once you're going to be dipping below 20%, you're going to become indestructible for 5 seconds, and that is also going to kind of safeguard you from the degen damage till you get to the level 1. However, once you're at level 1, since you're hitting constantly to opponent, and since your Furies are kind of ending constantly, then you're actually not going to be taking any of the degen damage, just because it continuously keeps refreshing, and actually that triggers willpower, so you're going to end up healing. So at the beginning of next fight, you're going to be able to re-trigger that synergy once again. But yeah, so Hulk is definitely another really interesting cheese option there. And next we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit more different, and that's Taskmaster. So as we all know, Taskmaster basically goes completely debuff immune once you get to place 10 debuffs on him. So basically the only thing we have to do is we have to stay aggressive at the beginning of the fight, and as we can see here, once 10 of these degens kind of like had refreshed themselves upon each other, we did take some damage. but at this point we are entirely debuff immune to these, and that means we can just go fully on attack as aggressive as we possibly can. So as we can see, we do massive damage with all those furies on us, and we get no degen on us, just because Taskmaster at this point is fully debuff immune. Funny enough, Taskmaster might also be one of the better options for Omega Red Boss, just because of the Limber node, and that means you're not going to be needing to land any heavy attacks in order not to suffer degen. Anyway, so next great option is Aegon. So now, once Aegon is ramped up, and this is extremely important, it is not going to work well initially. You need to make sure you can crit a lot and your debuff shrugging kind of works well. So ideally here, I don't think I was fully ready, but we saw the damage. Aegon just absolutely shredded through that Hulk. And the best bit is, the higher the combo, the better he's going to work. So Aegon, yet again, fantastic option. And then, in case you do not feel like cheesing this content, or you just don't have those champions, then we're going to talk a bit more overall about the node. So the main thing here is to play a champion that can reliably kind of launch heavy attacks and doesn't get disturbed in case he needs to do so. So basically any champion that can freely incorporate heavy attacks to their playstyle will do perfectly fine on this node. You're not going to be able to take as much advantage of those extra furies. That means you're not going to get extra damage as like predominantly. However, there's still going to be some damage increase. You just need to be careful, and you can use majority of the champions in game. And that's why I actually kind of like this global node, because it is not champion specific, it's playstyle specific. You can cheese it if you don't, or if you don't have the right champions, you can still play around it pretty much with any champion. You just need to alter your playstyle and be careful. But yeah, so Captain America, once again, a champion that freely launches heavy attacks, and that is kind of like his main playstyle anyways. Therefore, he pretty much gets no penalty on this node, and he occasionally gets some furies on him that helps to increase his damage output slightly. As you can see here, 14 hits in, she's at 61%, and let's see what happens on this level 2. And there we go for 120k level 2, that's not too bad. But yeah, so Cap, another great option. There are many great options like Emma Frost, Archangel, Call Obsidian, Void, and many different champions. So again, Emma Frost, as we all know, she has absolutely fantastic heavy attack, especially while she's in diamond form. Then I did make a small slip up, but since she's in diamond form, we didn't take too much damage. As you can see here, so we already placed down an opponent, we have some of the prowess charges, and there we're going for a big level 2 with those extra furies. We do a lot of damage, unfortunately. So here we need to get rid of those degens as fast as we can. I shouldn't have went in for a full combo, that was my mistake. But as we can see here, Emma Frost is not even taking all that much degen damage just because of her resistances and stuff. So she's definitely another great option. Now, a few champions that are worth mentioning that I did not record footage for just because they're stuck in AQ is Captain Marvel. Should be phenomenal for this node. I hope I can record a separate footage for it. When I was doing my 100% completion, Quake basically completely ignores this node, so that really works well with Quake as well. She was one of my MVPs for this map, and actually I think Magic could do some really interesting stuff because she can continuously keep hitting opponent in the corner. Her Limbo could eat a lot of degen damage, and while you're continuously refreshing your degen, you're not really taking damage. So overall, I don't think it's too bad to deal with the global node. However, unfortunately, this is one of the uglier maps in terms of matchups. There's like big annoying Havoc, Iceman. This Deadpool was absolutely crazy with his buffet and interaction with Icarus. Basically, every time we parried, we ended up degening a lot of our health, and he healed for like 100k or something. Now the Juggernaut is also dead annoying because he's completely immune, and all of these champions are under Aggression Fury. We have Moon Knight with 200% power gain, all or nothing, Aggression Fury. Now we have Doctor Strange, who is going to be nullifying your furies and you're going to be degenerating. Then you have Symbiote Supreme, same case again. There is that Morningstar that's basically going to make sure you need to bleed immune. Then we have Caltrops here on Skill Path with Corgon and Limber. And we have Fearless and Sharpened Claws Killmonger, which is also a fun and interactive fight. So even though I did enjoy the global node, the path and the matchups that they made over here definitely leave a lot to be desired. It just felt fairly cheap and unnecessary, to be honest, because the global node is fun, but path, gates, gate restrictions, limited roster, it just made it really, really difficult. As far as it goes for boss, the boss isn't too bad. It's Omega Red. He doesn't have like any regeneration or anything too annoying. Ghost is wonderful counter. I suspect Taskmaster would be great for it. Captain Marvel movie version, and plenty of other champions, probably even like Killmonger and some of the cheese methods. Now, you have to be careful with that Limber though, because Icarus, if you're not cheesing Icarus, it demands you launch heavy attacks, and that Limber is going to make it difficult to do so. Other than that, the boss is fine. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Stay tuned for my video on 6.24. That's going to be coming in shortly. And meanwhile, all the best to you guys.